In a quiet, forgotten village, there lived a humble weaver named Ilara. She wasn't rich, but her heart was full of contentment. Her small cottage was filled with the rhythmic sound of her loom and the scent of freshly dyed threads. She wove a little, sold a little, and lived a simple, happy life. One day, while gathering herbs in the forest, she stumbled upon a peculiar golden spindle, half buried under the roots of an ancient oak tree. It shimmered with an unnatural light, and as soon as her fingers touched it, a whisper echoed in her mind. "Weave with me, and your threads will turn to gold." At first, Ilara was hesitant. She was happy with her life, but the promise of gold was intoxicating. She took the spindle home. That night, she placed it on her loom and began to weave. Just as the whisper had promised, the simple cotton threads transformed into gleaming, pure gold. The next morning, she took her golden tapestry to the market. The villagers gasped. Merchants flocked to her, offering bags of coins she could barely carry. Overnight, Ilara became the wealthiest person in the village. She bought a grand mansion, hired servants, and wore the finest silks. But the golden spindle's whisper grew more demanding. More. It would hiss, "Weave more." Ilara found herself spending every waking moment at her loom. The joyful rhythm she once loved became a frantic, desperate clatter. She stopped visiting her friends, stopped walking in the forest, and even stopped smiling. Her world shrank to the size of her weaving room. Her only companion, the cold, golden spindle. Her hands grew calloused, her eyes tired and strained. The gold piled up, filling room after room in her mansion, but it brought her no joy. It was just a cold, heavy metal. She realized she missed the feel of soft wool, the vibrant colors of her old dyes, and the cheerful chatter of the marketplace. She missed her old life, the one she had so carelessly traded away. One evening, looking at her reflection in a golden plate, she saw a stranger, a woman with empty, haunted eyes, and a face etched with exhaustion and loneliness. This wasn't her. This wasn't the life she wanted. That night, with a heavy heart, she took the golden spindle and returned to the ancient oak tree in the forest. She dug a deep hole and buried the cursed object, vowing never to touch it again. When she returned to her mansion, it felt less like a home and more like a prison of her own making. The next day, she did something that shocked everyone. She gave it all away. She gave her mansion to the village to be used as a school and a hospital. She distributed her gold among the poor, ensuring every family had what they needed. Finally, she returned to her small, humble cottage. She dusted off her old loom and picked up her familiar wooden spindle. As she began to weave with simple, colorful threads, the rhythmic sound filled the room once more. A genuine smile spread across her face for the first time in months. She had learned a profound lesson. True wealth isn't measured in gold, but in the richness of one's heart and the simple joys of a life lived with purpose and connection. The curse of greed was broken, not by magic, but by a choice to embrace contentment over endless wanting. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more tales that explore the deeper truths of life. See you next time.